Life is over, my wife declared after her promotion, saying we would each pay our own expenses from now on. I agreed. Then on Saturday, her brother came for lunch, looked at the table, looked at me, and said, "It's about time she finally found out. Your parasite life is over." That was the first thing she said when she walked through the door after her big promotion. No hello, no I'm home, just a cold, sharp declaration that cut through the silence of our living room. Sarah had just been made Senior VP of Operations. I'd spent the last 3 years working from home, pulling 60-hour weeks as a freelance consultant to pay off her MBA loans, our mortgage, and her car note. But in her mind, because I was the one at the kitchen table in a hoodie, while she was in power suits, I was the one dragging her down. "From now on," she said, tossing her designer bag onto the counter, "we pay our own way. For 50. Every meal, every utility, every cent. I worked too hard for this title to let you bleed me dry." I looked at her for a long time. I didn't argue. I didn't remind her who paid for that bag. I just nodded. "I agree," I said quietly. "If that's what you want, that's exactly how we'll live." The shift was immediate. For the next 2 weeks, I stopped buying her groceries. I stopped filling her tank. I even stopped paying the subscription for the streaming services she used. I opened a separate account and moved. My savings there. Savings she didn't realize were 3 times her new annual salary. Then came Saturday. Sarah's brother Mark came over for lunch. Mark was the golden boy of their family. A guy who lived for optics and looked down on anyone who didn't work in a high-rise. Sarah had spent the whole morning bragging to him about her new independence and how she was finally handling the dead weight. I spent the morning in the kitchen. I prepared a massive decadent spread. Wagyu sliders, truffle fries, and a bottle of vintage wine that cost more than her new monthly raise. When they sat down, Sarah reached for a slider. I gently moved the tray toward my side of the table. "What are you doing?" she snapped, her face flushing. "We agreed, Sarah," I said, my voice calm and level. 50-50, each paying our own expenses. "I bought these ingredients. This is my lunch." She laughed, a nervous, high-pitched sound. "Mark is here. Don't be pathetic. Just pass the tray."